ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शुक्ल यजुर्वेदीय काण्व शाखीय बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद पेज नंबर 275। ब्रह्म, इट वाज सेड ब्रह्म एव अविद्यया संसरति विद्यया च मुच्यते। देन व्हाई डू यू से देवादीनां तथा ऋषीणां तथा मनुष्याणां एक्सेट्रा? सो इट वाज सेड it is only keeping in mind the avidya. See Tika. Last line. आविद्यकम भेदम अनुद्य तत्तदात्मना स्थित ब्रह्म चैतन्यस्य एव विद्या विद्याभ्याम बंध मोक्षोक्तेर न पूर्वापर विरोधो अस्ति इति फलितम आ। आविद्यकम भेदम, सो अविद्या कृतम आविद्यकम, created by avidya, whatever that bheda is, its anuvad is done by shruti. So shruti is not saying, actually means Vedas don't say devatas, manushas, rishis, they are different from Brahma. Individuals see in this way that somebody is devata, somebody is manushya, somebody is rishi, somebody is pashu, pakshi ityadi. This is avidyaka bheda. So its anuvada is done, anudya, anuvachanam is done. Anudya, what is the dhatu? Online. What is the dhatu?
Nud?
No. What is the dhatu?
What?
Vad dhatu samprasaranam will happen. Anudya tattad sthita brahma chaitanya. And tadatmana sthita brahma chaitanya. Tadatmana means devatmana, rishyatmana, manushyatmana. Brahma chaitanya alone is there. Vidya vidya bham bandha mokshoktehe. Their bandha and moksha is by avidya and vidya. Yatha sankhya, it is not. And therefore, there is no purvapara virodha. In Bhashya, Ataha, last line on 275. Shariradi upadi janita loka drishti devanam ityadi uchyate. So keeping in mind shariradi upadi janita loka drishti apekshaya. With the loka drishti, devanam, rishinam, manushyanam, such vakya, shabda prayoga is done. So shariradi, Bhashyakar makes it very clear. Shariradi upadi tad janita loka drishti tad apekshaya, all these shabda vyavahar is there. And tadapekshaya, let's say one jnani is referring to another jnani. I just showed one jnani refers to some jnani refers to some jnani, let us say. But he will still address for that body only. Bhojan kar lo, please eat, please rest, please do something like that. Even though he knows him, he is also Brahma and the other person is also Brahma. He will not say, आप तो ब्रह्म हो, आपको क्या भोजन की क्या आवश्यकता है? Nobody will say like that. So in Vyavahara, Shruti is doing the same thing. What would otherwise would happen in Vyavahara also. Tika. Avidya drishtim anutya tattva drishtim anvachashte. First, avidya drishti is given, its anuvada, then tattva drishtim anu achaste, anvachaste. Anu means after that. And this is how the krama is in Shastra. First, they will talk about Srishti, Prakriya. Akasha is there, Vayu is there, all of them are Utpannam, Panchikarana happened, Manushya Sharira, Pashu Pakshi, all are there. From Sattva Amsha, Raja Amsha, what has come, everything they will say. Then they will say Tattvamasi. And therefore Jagat is Mithya. So Tattva Drashti, when it comes, its Prayojanam is to remove Avidya Drashti. So Vedanta, another Shabda you might have heard, is called Tattva Vedaka Pramana. All the other Pramanams, like Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Ityadi, they are Atattva Vedaka Pramana. That is what is otherwise called as Avidya Drishti. So they all are mentioned and they all are maintained until Tattva Vedaka Pramana comes, does their Nisheda. We read this shloka in Vedanta Paribhasha that until Brahma Jnanam takes place, all Pramanas are valid. When Brahma Jnanam takes place, then all of them are Badhita. They will continue to function as they were. Paramarthatastu tatra tatra brahmaiva agra asit prak pratibodhat devadi sharireshu anyathaiva vibhavyamanam. Paramarthataha means according to Tattva Vedaka Pramana, what is the reality? Paramarthatastu tatra tatra brahmaiva agra asit. Tatra tatra means devadi sharireshu, manushyadi rishi sharireshu, in all of them, Brahma alone is there. But prak pratibodhat devadi sharireshu anyathaiva vibhavya manam. But before the knowledge takes place, that Brahma considers itself as anyathaiva. Anyathaiva means in a different way. Different way means other than Brahma. Other than Brahma is abrahma. Abrahmatvena jnanam. Who are, no, I am not Brahma. I am not. ब्रह्म तो कोई और ही होगा, मैं कैसे ब्रह्म हो सकता हूँ? बहुत अच्छा. अन्यथैव विभाव्यमान. टीका टिप्पणी विभाव्यमानम इति अध्यस्त समस्त अनात्म धर्म विशिष्टतया एव प्रतीयमानम इत्यर्थः. So all anatma dharmas are adhyastha in that. In this way I know myself. Means I don't know that anatma dharma are adhyastha. I consider them as my swarupa itself. Tika. Prabodhat pragapi tatra tatra devadi sharireshu paramarthato brahmaiva asit chet aupadeshikam jnanam anarthakam iti ashankya. Somebody says, earlier also it was Brahma, after Bodha also is Brahma, then this Jnanam is anarthakam. Prabodhat pragapi tatra tatra devadi sharireshu paramarthatah Brahma eva asit. It was Brahma alone. And after Jnanam, it is Brahma alone. So Aupadeshikam Jnanam Anarthakam. What is the need of Upadesha? If Brahma alone is there and you say you are Brahma, he says, yes, I have understood, I am Brahma. So it says Anyathaiva Vibhavyamanam, because it knew it in other way, otherwise it was known. That's why this is required. If it knew that it is Brahma, if Brahma knew I am Brahma, then there is no problem. Then there is Shastra not needed. Shastra is required for Ajnani. Now you see Anandagiri's next line. Nana Jiva Vadasya tu na avakashaha. Prakrama Virodhat iti ashayana aha. Nana Jiva Vada means Aneka or Bahu Jiva Vada, there is no scope for it. Then what is the scope? Where is the scope? Eka Jiva Vada only. So this is why they are called Uttama Adhikaris. They need only this. There is no Nanaji. And you suddenly, out of nowhere, there was this one line. He puts Nana Jiva Vadasya tu Navakasha. Okay, earlier also some similar line came. Yes, it came and I discussed. This was there in 147. You can see that Nana Jiva Vada or Bahu Jiva Vada is not what is recommended here, it looks like. So it was said, yes, Nana Bahu Jiva Vada is only for Manda Madhyama Adhikari. Anybody remembers that there was some such sentence earlier? You can't just say, yes, Swamiji, because you'll have to tell me where. Yes, Swamiji is true. But anyway, it was there. Later you can see now. Just think on this. Why he's saying Nana Jiva Vada has no avakasha. What is Bahu Jiva Vada? Bahu Jiva Vada means I have accepted Upadhi. This is interesting topic anyway. Drishti Srishti Vada and Eka Jiva Vada. They are one. And Bahujiva Vada and Srishti Drishti Vada, they are similar. So, for Prauda Adhikari means the one who is not interested in world, who is not interested in discussing about the world. For that person, Chintanam begins with Aham and in Atma. Not this idam, that idam. What about that person? What is that person doing? You worry about them. You will never worry about whether you are Brahma or not. Here, the thinking is, if we say Jagrat Jagat is like Swapna, then Jagrat Anubhavas also will be like Swapna. So, according to Swapna, it is one Vishwa who is experiencing the whole world, and in that, so many different antakkaranas are there, as if. And the Chidabhasa is there only one, which is in the Swapna Drashta. He is watching the whole Swapna. And then somebody is saying something, means somebody is giving Sukha Anubhava, somebody is giving Dukha Anubhava. When he wakes up, he realizes none of these were there. All of this is only projection of that one individual who is dreaming. So here I will not elaborate this point because this is already elaborated in other granthas, and those who want, I have already given talks on this. They can listen to them. The point here is this: if there is one Brahma, which is appearing as all, and there is one avidya, one Brahma and one avidya is one Jiva. That's why he says Nana Jiva Vada has no avakasha. Then if somebody says, but what about this pratiti? So then anuvada of this pratiti, this manyness, is in the form of okay. You understand there is chidabhasa here, there in everybody. Then everybody has their karma. Then everybody is doing their yatra. Somebody is baddha, somebody is sadhaka, somebody is mumukshu, somebody is muktaha. In this way, sanyas are given. If I am not able to remain in this understanding that all this is projection of that one Hiranyagarbha, and that Hiranyagarbha I am. This topic, when Hiranyagarbha topic came, we discussed. If I am not able to think in this way, then I have to accept Bahujivavada and I will do everything. In the other day, I had mentioned this. In Bhagavad Gita, where is the samarthanam for Ekajivavada? I had mentioned, I think, in Bhagavad Gita in 13th chapter, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata, that Vakya says, I am that one Kshetrajna. In all Kshetras, means Shariras are many. Kshetrajna is one. So there also it is mentioned in Gita. But otherwise, this is like in Advaita Siddhi and all, these topics are taken up in detail. And I had also mentioned, if not now I am mentioning, like Mandukya Prakriya. In Mandukya Prakriya, Vishwa and Vaishwanara, they are not separated. The Vyashti Jagrat Avastha Abhimani and Samashti Jagrat Avastha Abhimani, they are one. Similarly, Swapna Avastha Abhimani, similarly, Sushupti Avastha Abhimani. And that's why Prajna, when it is discussed in 5th mantra, then 6th mantra says, Eshaha Sarveshwara. Eshaha kaha? Eshaha Prajna. Eshaha Sarveshwara. Eshaha Sarvajna. So Esha Sarvanam Sanya is for this Prajna only. So there, this Abhimani Aikya is there. And only when it is there, then you don't have separate Tompada Vichar, Tatpada Vichar, and Aikya. That's why in Mandukya Upanishad, when this prakriya is done, then it is not like Tattvamasi kind of Upadesha. There it is, I am Atma Brahma. This Atma itself is Brahma. Because of avidya, it thinks I am Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Avastha, Abhimani. So anyway, this is the gist of what is being said here, what is said in Shastra in general. Separately, if it is not elaborated or mentioned that Vedanta talks about Ekajivavada, it is only to keep in mind the Jivas, means the sadhakas, who will have difficulty in accepting this. And then obviously we will ask all, what about this? Then what about this? What about that? So in Siddhanta Bindu, Gaud Brahmananda Acharya, he has written one sentence. He says, all the samshaya mala should be washed out by the Swapna Drishtanta Salila, which is Bhagirathi. Gangaji is like the Swapna Drishtanta. Any question you have about what about this, you use Swapna as Drishtanta. How it happens in Swapna? Tathaiva Jagrati. No Vishesha. So, but to accept this and then not worry about anything, not get carried away by anything of Jagrat, not have so many these, that, etc. If a person is capable of doing, and this is why I always feel that a student of Mandukya should keep in mind the Gaudapadacharya ji and his state of mind, how he would be thinking. That person will be able to digest Mandukya. The one who thinks of Gaudapadacharya ji, because what is going on in his mind is what he has presented there. Otherwise, I want to be like Devadatta, Chaitra, Maitra, and I study Mandukya. I will remain Chaitra, Maitra only, Mandukya. Then this Ukti, that Mandukyam Ekam Eva Alam, it will not be alam for those who are, those means most people who don't have enough Vairagya. So if I want to understand what is the heart of Mandukya Karika, I should understand what is the heart of Acharya, Gaudapadacharya. Nana Jivavadasya tu Navakashaha. Let us see some tippanis. 6th number tippani. Tad yo devanam iti jivanam bahutva avagamat नाना जीववाद एव श्रौतः स्यात् इति आशंकाम अपनुदन आह नाना जीव इति यो देवानाम. This is bahuvach, vipsa is used. So where is ekajivad? Brahmava idam agra asid iti ekatvena upakramat eka eva jiva. And yo devanam will have prakrama virodha. Tad yo devanam ityades arthavadatvam. This is why this is there, it is Arthavada. Why that is there, it is Arthavada. Because in Ekajivavada, one question will come, is that Jiva realized or not? Right? So he has not realized right now. Because if he has realized, then avidya is gone, everything should be over. Or if you say, yes, he is a jivanmukta and he is continuing, let us say. What about any other jivas? Did they realize earlier or not? If this is the question, what will be the answer? There are no other jivas. Where is the question of other jivas realizing before? So then the question is, what about Shukadeva, Vamadeva? Here Vamadeva Uddharana is given. Tadhe tad rishir Vamadeva pratipede aham manurabhavam suryaschaiti. So what about Vamadeva, Shukadeva, all these drashtantas are there? Arthavada. It is for this jiva to understand. And drishti srishtivada, what it means is, what is in your mind at that time, that alone has satta. What is not in my mind at that time, it doesn't have satta. I will not say what is not there in front of my eyes has satta. It doesn't have satta, because some things may not be there in front of your eyes, but you are constantly thinking about it, means you have given reality to it. Let's say I am sitting here and I have dvesha for somebody. I am giving example of dvesha because it will make things more clear. and I am thinking of somebody with dvesha bhava, I will never be able to think that person is mithya, because I have given satyatvam there. But when I don't think, then they are out. So if it is there in my mind, I have given reality. So if I don't think of them, then only I will be able to say all this is mithya. So in Laukika world, they say out of sight, out of mind. But I say if out of mind, then only out of satta. If you have kept them in mind somewhere, their mithyatva will not happen. If they are not mithya, you are not Brahma. This is the flip side. If I can't think of any other anatma as mithya, means I am preventing myself from Brahma. Because if that is not mithya, I am not Brahma. Any anatma has to be mithya for me to be Brahma. This is must. So this is a, Bhagavan has designed in this way that you want to be Brahma, you will have to go through this path only. It's a strict path. On this also there will be karikas. Those who are interested, they should, not karika, vartika. They can look into some of these vartika. Okay. So, tat iti, tad atmanam eva avet, tathaiva cha sarvam abhavat. It knew itself, it became all. It became all, so there aren't there more jivas. So, in Eka Jivavada, the Siddhanta is there is one Chidabhasa. Others are only Antakarana, but they don't have any Chidabhasa there. Means Kartrutva Bhoktrutva will not be there in them. I will decide who will be the Karta, I will decide who will be the Bhokta. But again, just like in Swapna, once I project people, then I don't have control who will do what, right? That is how Swapna is. You see, in Jagrat also it is like that. Once you project, then you don't have control of who will act in which way. Only control you have is how you should think of yourself. You have no control over anything else. Tika, tathaiva iti utpanna jnana anusaritva paramarshah. Tathaiva cha sarvam abhavat. Tathaiva means the way he understood. Utpanna jnana anusaritva paramarshah. According to how Jnanam Utpatti has happened, accordingly Paramarsha means Vichara, thinking will be. Further now. Tadhaitad ityadi vakyam avatarya vyakaroti. Nine number tippani. यथा अग्निहोत्रादि कर्म मनुष्यत्वादि जातिमंतम अधिकारिणम अपेक्षते न तथा ज्ञानम इति पूर्वत्र निर्णीतम. अर्लियर आचार्य सेड, आनंदगिरी जी, दिस वाक्य विषय yesterday. इदानीम विमतम विशिष्ट अधिकारी अपेक्षम विशिष्ट पुमर्थ हेतुत्वात् कर्मवत् इति आशंकाम अपनुदन इत्यादि. So if somebody does this anumanam, here also in jnanam, vimatam, jnanam means vimatam, vishishta adhikari apeksham. Vishishta adhikari apeksha is there. Why? Vishishta purushartha hetu. Vishishta pumartha hetu means vishishta purushartha hetutvat. Karmavat, karma requires, karma is for vishishta purushartha. Vishishta adhikari is there. So jnanam also same. In Bhashya, अस्या ब्रह्म विद्यायाः सर्वभावापत्तिः फलम् इति एतस्य अर्थस्य दृढिम्ने मंत्रान् उदाहरति श्रुति. For this, through this Brahma Vidya, asyaha Brahma Vidyayaha, its अन्वय will be with phalam. अस्याहा ब्रह्म विद्यायाः फलम किम? सर्वभावापत्ति. ब्रह्म विद्या फलम इज सर्वभावापत्ति. फॉर मेकिंग दिस अर्थ दृढ़िम्ने, व्हाट इज द प्रातिपदिक? What is the pratipadika is my question. Dradhiman.
Dradhiman.
Iman. Imanich pratyay is there. Dridha shabda. No, ma halat. Imanich pratyay is there. Dradhiman. Dradhimana nahi. Dradhiman. Ma is pura. Ma is pura. Na is halat. Mantran udahrati. So now Brahadaranyaka is Brahmana Upanishad. In them, mantra udaharana is done. What is that? Tad dhaitad rishir vamadeva pratipede. That is mantra udaharana. Mantran udaharati shrutihi. Tika. Mantrodahana shrutimeva prashna dwara vyachashte. Mantra udaharanam is questioned, and through that prashna vyakhyanam is done. Prashna dwara vyachashte. Vi ang purvak. Chaksh dhatu vaktayam vachi. Chashte. Katham tad brahma एतद् आत्मानम् एव अहम् अस्मि इति पश्यन् एतस्मात् एव ब्रह्मणो दर्शनात् ऋषिर्वामदेवाख्यः प्रतिपेदे ह प्रतिपन्नवान् किल. In this, the key word is pashyan. Actually, so many keywords are there. First is आत्मानम एव अहम अस्मि ब्रह्म. तद ब्रह्म एतद आत्मानम एव अहम अस्मि इति पश्यन् प्रतिपेदे. So मुख्य वाक्य you have to understand this way. पश्यन् प्रतिपेदे. पश्यन् is शत्रु प्रत्यय. In Hindi, if you want to say, देखते हुए उनको ज्ञान हो गया. प्रतिपेदे मीन्स प्रतिपन्नवान. देखते हुए मीन्स as he understood, he got it. Means what is said here is this: as soon as knowledge takes place, he understood I am Brahma. Between Jnanam and Moksha, there is no delay. For that, this Uddharanam is given in Brahma Sutra in Tattu Samanvayat. I'm sure many of you have already studied Tattu Samanvayat, and I know you all remember, but I'm just reminding. Tad Brahma etad atmanam eva aham asmi iti pashyan. एतस्मादेव ब्रह्मणो दर्शनात् ऋषिर वामदेवाख्यः प्रतिपेदे ह प्रतिपन्नवान् किल. टीका. ज्ञानात् मुक्तिः इति अस्य अर्थवादोऽयम् इति द्योतयितुं किल इति उक्तम्. किल is there, प्रतिपन्नवान् किल. So what is said there by that kila? Jnanat mukti. Jnanam and mukti. And rite jnana na mukti. Jnanam will give mukti. Jnanam will give instant mukti. So like this Purva Paksha, earlier it was discussed, and in Naishkarmya Siddhi, etc. also this Purva Paksha is discussed, that somebody says, no, Mahavakya, it will give Jnanam, but that Jnanam is not liberating Jnanam. Then you have to do some Upasana. That Upasana will generate another Jnanam. That Jnanam will give Moksha. That is all eliminated. Mahavakya Janya Jnanam, Moksha. Over. In other words, either you understood or you have not understood. This is what Acharya is saying. Don't say I understood, but this, that, in between there is nothing. Are you Brahma? Yes also and no also, and there is no such thing. Either yes and over. No, then not over. Adipadam samasta Vamadeva sukta grahanartham. Arthavadoyam. Arthavad means prashansa. Here Arthavada means this is stuti. That jnanat mukti. Jnanam alone will give mukti. This is the stuti or prashansa of jnanam. Jnanam is so great that it will liberate you, and jnanam is so powerful, it doesn't need anything to support. Jnanam is swatantra, means those who say, karma samuchaya, jnana pradhan, jnana angi, karma anga, this kind of samuchaya, or after jnanam samupasana, is no other thing. Iti dyotaitum kila iti uktam. Adipadam samasta Vamadeva sukta grahanartham. So there is a Vamadeva sukta. This is only one. Aham manurabhavam suryascha. This is only one thing. Those who are interested in learning Vamadeva sukta, they can see that. It must be all statement of realization kind of. I am only assuming based on this one vakya. In Bhashya, स एतस्मिन् ब्रह्मात्म दर्शने अवस्थिते एतान् मंत्रान् ददर्श. अवस्थितः एतान् मंत्रान् ददर्श. सः कः? वामदेवः. ऋषिः वामदेव ब्रह्मात्म दर्शने अवस्थितः. When he understood, and it is here, it is not mentioned, but in Aitareya Upanishad it is said Vamadeva Rishi got the Jnanam in Garbha of mother. Etan mantran dadarsha. He saw these mantras. Aham manurabhavam suryascha ityadin. So his understanding was, I am Manu, I am Surya. This another topic that we were discussing earlier. Just a quick going back to the topic of Vishaya, Pramata, Atma. Right? We say. So always we have to think that I, as a Sakshi, I know only my Antakarana, or what is happening to me as Pramata, I as Atma, I know. But I don't know what is happening in other Pramatas. But Vedanta says, many Pramatas, one Atma. So how I should understand one Atma knows all Pramatas? Because Drishtehe Drashta. This is Drishti here, Drishti Shruti Mati. It's Drashta. And this is one. That means if this Pramata is able to see the Vishayas, then this Drashta should be able to see Pramatas. And this Pramata has knowledge of Vishayas, then this Drashta should have knowledge of all Pramatas. But we have knowledge only of one Pramata. And that's why many times we have difficulty in accepting how can there be one Atma. So, Atma is only one. It is only illuminator. The Vishishta Jnana, that this Pramata has some Jnanam and I understood what is happening. I am the knower, I am the observer, I am the witness, whatever Shabda Prayoga we do. It is only because of Tadatmya with one. That tadatmya is avidyaka. Therefore, this sakshitva is avidyaka. So, avidya is the upadhi. Really speaking, if I break that connection, then I am ya brahmadi pipilikanta tanushu prota jagat sakshini. All of them. अहम मनुरभवम सूर्यस्य इत्यादि. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम शांति शांति शांति.